We have to have a mindset shift when we come into LinkedIn as business owners. Okay. We have to learn to market ourselves properly. And what I've learned is that our clients have to do a lot of work between their ears as to how they're branding and positioning themselves on LinkedIn before they actually get in and roll up their sleeves and do the work. So that's what we're going to really delve into today is, are you showing up like an employee or the business owner that you are? And on the surface, some of you are maybe saying to yourself, yeah, I'm showing up as the business owner. I can't wait to show you an example in a minute of someone who is an entrepreneur who thought they were showing up as a business owner, but they're still actually showing up as an employee. And you'll see why in a couple of minutes. So I want you to ask yourself this. It's kind of a rhetorical question when you look at your profile and the way that you're branded and the way you're showing up on LinkedIn right now is, are you here to find a job, or are you here to find clients or business partnerships? And when someone lands on your profile in 2 to 3 seconds, are they quickly able to understand your value proposition, how you serve and who you serve? Or are you still showing up kind of what we call showboating, where you're actually leading with your accolades and what you've achieved, which is what an employee does? Okay. We're going to unpack this. So just, hang with me, and I've got some examples to share with you. But we have to be really clear on our value proposition and drop our old baggage of like a decade ago, where many of us uploaded a resume in chronological order and like featured all of our benefits and like what we've succeeded in. That's what employees do when they're trying to get a job. Right? As a business owner, we're not going to lead with our accolades. Okay. And I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to give you examples of this. So here's the thing. Let me turn over here and flip my notes over. I want you to write these 2 questions down before we get into the next segment on the employee versus the business owner. Okay. I want you to write these 2 questions down. Okay. And question number 1, we're going to cover today. This is about you and your business. Question number 2 that I'm going to ask you is about them, your ideal client, and we're going to cover that tomorrow. All of this is going to help inform your profile. Okay. So question number 1 that I want you to just write down to think about today, just to get the brain juices going, is, what is your value proposition to your potential client? Okay. So some things to think about. What is your value proposition? Some things to think about. What impact can you make? What problems do you solve? What are you the solution to? And what makes your signature method, your process, or your service, what makes it unique? What makes you stand out compared to your competitors? Okay. Now, these are things you're going to have to think about on your own. It's not going to be something we can talk through with 136 of you on the line today. We do unpack this on the back end. Again, going on our academy this week, our clients are getting audits right now and real-time feedback on their profiles. But these are things I want you to go home and I want you to think about. And we're going to unpack some of it today to give you some structure. Tomorrow, I want you to write this question down. And this is about them, your what we call buyer persona, who's going to be investing in your products or services. Okay. Who in the world are you trying to attract? Okay. Who are you trying to attract? I can tell you right now, if you market to everyone, you get no one. Your message falls super, super flat. But the more you niche down, you'll see your leads explode. You'll actually hear this from Nat Coco today. She's supposed to join us around 12:45, 12:50. To this day, Homegirl only has 500 connections. She started with 0. She has 500. She's a ninja about curating this perfect little network. And she has scaled multiple, meaning more than one, multiple 6-figure businesses in less than 18 months on LinkedIn. But she's a ninja with the network that she has, which goes back to being very strategic in who she's marketing to and who she's bringing into her network. Okay. So tomorrow it's, who in the world are you trying to attract? We're going to really uncover that. And then we put it together to best represent you on your profile on Thursday. So that what happens? How many seconds does your ideal client have? How much attention do you get for your potential client on social media? When they see you in the feed or they go to your profile, how much time do you have for them? Yes, Tammy, 3 seconds. You have 3 seconds for them to look at your profile and either jump at the screen and be like, I need this person, or to just keep scrolling. And I'm going to give you an example in a minute, but where a lot of entrepreneurs fail, I'm going to say this again, where a lot of entrepreneurs fail on LinkedIn is their first couple of sentences in their profile talk about their own career history. They talk about their accolades. They talk about their success. I'm here to tell you, your potential client doesn't care about your success. They care about the fact that you understand their pain point, or you have the solution and know a solution better than anyone else. And so many entrepreneurs show up on LinkedIn with their accolades, their career history, just like an employee does. And what happens in those first 2 to 3 seconds? Your message for what you can do for them never gets seen. They don't even know what you can do for them because you led with your career history, right? So we want to be succinct and to the point in the first couple of seconds so that we can create impact, because impact, the larger the impact, the larger your income, right? And this is so golden and necessary. All right. So with that question, what is your current mindset around how you use LinkedIn? Are you being a business owner, or is your profile truly still have a little bit? I see Kelly kind of like, yeah, wrinkling her nose, right? Or have you defaulted to the structure you know on LinkedIn, which is kind of this resume format that's actually not standing in your power as a service-based, solutions-based business owner? Right? There are 3 types of users of LinkedIn. I want you guys to write this down. There are 3 types of users on LinkedIn. There are employees looking to network and grow, which is your C, by the way. That's your potential customer that you're there to find, right? There are business owners marketing to potential clients, which are people who've gone through my program, right? And then there are recruiters for businesses looking for key talent for their companies. You guys are the number 2. You're the business owners looking for clients. You're not an employee, and you're not. Now, I do have clients in my Done For You agency who are actually recruiting clients, and we're also helping recruit employees for the company. So you might be playing that game, but probably not a whole lot of you, right? So here's the thing. You have 2 to 3 seconds to get their attention, right? And when it comes to marketing, people don't care about what you know or what you've accomplished until they know you understand their challenge better than anyone else, and that you are a solutions-based owner, okay? So what I want to do here, because some of you, I think, are still not quite clear on what I mean by employee versus business owner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of someone who is a service-based business owner who actually is a course creator and a program creator. Okay. She actually is leaning in using LinkedIn to recruit for a program she has, teaching other event planners how to be wildly successful in their event planning businesses. Okay. This is her main business that she's leading with. It's her flagship program. I want you to keep that in mind when I show you this example, and I want you to ask yourself, is this entrepreneur showing up as the service-based business owner that she is, or is she defaulting to the employee mindset? Are you guys ready for this? Okay. This is the profile. Hi, my name is, and I took that part out, an event planner with over 20 years of experience in hospitality and events field, and also the founder of M2 Hospitality. Okay, guys, has it been 2 or 3 seconds? Yes. Do we know what program she has to help other event planners? Do we know the problem or solution that she provides for people for her flagship program? No. Did she start with her career history? Yes. Okay. We don't even know what M2 Hospitality is. I know, but That person who just read it in 2 to 3 seconds has no idea. As a happy wife, proud mom, and successful entrepreneur, my journey in the industry began in Singapore, where I'm originally from. I started my hospitality career as a food and beverage trainee. Guys, I could read on and on and on. Do you understand now what I mean about, even though she's an entrepreneur, even though she has a flagship program, which is called M2 Hospitality, which is what she's leading with? Do you see how it's so buried and embedded in here? And she's showing up like an employee, sharing with you her career history, her years of experience, instead of, I don't even know this industry very well, but I would start with calling out their pain point. Events have been a challenge in 2020, haven't they? Right? How do you meet them square between their eyes with their pain point? What is your client's pain point? What is it they're hoping to solve? Start with that, not your 20-year history as an event planner. Does this make sense? You guys want to see one that looks really good? You guys want to see an example of how with a profile you can actually stand in your power as a business owner? Let me see if I can pull up Deborah. Do I have her in here? I don't want to promise it and not have it. Okay, here we go. She's one of our previous clients. Okay. Now with Deborah, by the way, she's a financial planner. She's a critically acclaimed author. She's a keynote speaker, but is she leading with any of that? No. What she's leading with in her summary is what happens when high-performing women of color reach out to a financial institution seeking investment advice. Do you think she knows exactly who she's talking to? Women of color who are high earning power, who are seeking financial advice. She got all of that out in 2 to 3 seconds, didn't she? Now, do you think women of color who have high earning power are leaning in right now and want to read more? Yes. Do you think if her profile started with her formal financial services as an executive and her success there, and how she was a keynote speaker, maybe her critically acclaimed author in her book? Do you see how if she had led with that she likely would have lost the lead because you have 2 to 3 seconds? Is this kind of resonating with you guys now, the employee trap that entrepreneurs can make?